joining me live from Bangladesh. We're giving you all sides of the story to give us a Bangladesh perspective. I've got Barshan Kabir. He is the sports editor of one of the very prominent news networks in Bangladesh, NTV. Will also be joined by former India cricketer in Atul Vasan very
Thank
shortly.
you.
But Barshan, let me start with you, Barshan, first. Give us a bit of a background. Now it's been made official by the Bangladesh Cricket Board that they will not play any T20 matches in the T20 World Cup on Indian soil. Can you give us a bit of what really went behind the scenes and what led to this decision being taken by the BCB?
Nikhil, sorry that the network is not up to the mark, I guess. I have missed it out. But if I can understand your question, the gesture, that it is all about the Bangladesh thing. What is the BCB's stance regarding this? What prompted the decision? Because last night we were under the impression that they might send few letters to IPL Governing Council and one to ICC regarding the stance. They would love to BCB would love to ask the question, so whether India is fit to host them, because as Mustafiz has been discarded from IPL, citing the security concerns. So will they be able to give the proper security to the cricketers of Bangladesh, not only Bangladeshi cricketers, as well as the stakeholders like other board directors will travel, the journalists will travel there. So those are the things. But as per my knowledge, the sports advisor nowadays, the Bangladesh has been run by the uh, interim government, and it is the sports minister post has been taken by the sports advisor. The Asif Nazrul has given a flamboyant status at the social media, and later Bangladesh Cricket Board has had to change their stance afterward. And public demand was also like that, as they felt very much insulted regarding the exclusion, the way Mustafiz was excluded. They couldn't bear it, so they were consistently pursuing Bangladesh government and Bangladesh Cricket Board to withdraw themselves from the ICC T20 World Cup, which will happen in coming month. So it is the scenario, but it is very unfortunate because it is very scary part of as well, because the cricket administration run by the cricket people, and when the politics comes in, what happens, we can evidently understand that from BCCI's part as well, because when right wing has been very much pressuring regarding the Mustafi's exclusion, and now they had to digest that issue, and they had to go with the public pass, and the same thing happened with Bangladesh as well. So
Okay.
it is a very shameful act from the both cricket boards, but unfortunately, cricket has become the victim here.
Okay, Barshan has a very interesting take on this, and he's keeping both parties guilty, saying that both towards India as well as Bangladesh, he feels that politics has taken over. He feels that in India as well, the decision wasn't a cricketing decision; it was a political decision. And he says, ditto for Bangladesh. This is not a cricketing decision. This is a political decision where the decision makers have come under the pressure of what the public at the moment wants to, see. He's as pointing out to whether, there were right-wing groups here in India or religious groups, as well as, of course, you had political parties saying that there should be no Bangladeshi cricketers. Similar scenario has played out in Bangladesh as well. So as I said right at the start of our program, it is a clear reaction to the action that was taken from the Indian side. Barshan, I'll come to you. Atul Vasan, former India cricketer, also joins us. Atul, Barshan joins us from Bangladesh. He's the sports editor there. He says it was unfortunate that firstly India bowed down to political pressure. He says it's unfortunate now that the BCB, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, has bowed down to political pressure. What do you make of this particular move? First from India, of getting rid of Mustafizur Rahman, and then now Bangladesh Cricket Board taking it one step over the IPL, saying we will not play in the T20 World Cup.
Well, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, So this is what's happening. But I don't think so. I think Indian board, BCCI, was well within their rights because of the public sentiment is running high. And just for this one issue, we don't want to antagonize our people in India and our cricket-loving public. And IPL is not going to be, much affected by one play taking out. But it became such a frenzy. And I was just amazed by the kind of tone and tenor it took because of the Sanatan coming in and all the right wingers saying that, it is going to be the symbolism. there are 50 other things Indian government can do, and they must be doing, because things the way they're going, this rhetoric about anti-Indian, anti-Hindu in Bangladesh is worrisome. And I think, I don't know how it has come down to this level, because we thought Bangladesh and India had a special equation, because we were the ones who actually gave this Bangladesh name before it was East Pakistan. And I thought that legacy was carrying on. But suddenly, how come we have reached there? That is another point of view. But Bangladesh, again, has got not political issues. I think they've got security issues. And they rightly decided to not come to India, because there could be repercussions, and to provide security for Bangladeshi cricketers in this kind of environment will be hard.
Okay, two questions I have for you, Atul. Firstly, uh, we already have a situation where Pakistan doesn't play on Indian soil. Now you'll have Bangladesh, refusing to play on Indian soil. Cricket, anyway, is a small fraternity, very few test-playing nations. The one argument is going to be, if you allow politics to seep in cricketing matters, the worry from Indian point is, are you going to isolate yourself when it comes to cricketing matters? What would you say to that? Because as you're saying that for you this was right, but now you have two countries that don't want to play in India. Where does this stop then?
Well, it doesn't stop. The things will get better, and we'll probably get back to the olden days where everything is going to be okay. If I compare this to what we're going through with Pakistan, I've got I'm not very positive, not very hopeful about that. With Bangladesh, I'm sure going down. Who's to know that within 6 months things might be okay, because Bangladesh itself is going through a lot of transition. They've got a lot of turmoil going on in their country. So I think once maturity prevails, things will get better with Bangladesh for sure. We had been saying the same thing about Pakistan also, but that's not happened. So even if it doesn't happen, I mean, what is such a big deal if we are not going to have these two teams coming in? There are issues going on. I mean, in the world, if you see, we live in a polarized world anyway. And if this is going to be how we play cricket somehow in neutral countries, so be it. I'm not very perturbed about it.
Okay. The same question, Barshan, let me ask you. Atul says, and this is the question I put to Atul. From an Indian standpoint, there is a serious worry that what if we end up isolating ourselves? Pakistan doesn't want to come to India, now Bangladesh doesn't want to come to India. I don't know where this stops. And Atul is quite positive, saying things will improve. But how do you see it as someone who's covered cricket for a very long time? The current scenario that India finds itself in. Two countries now that they don't want to come and play in India.
No. I'm not entirely agreed on the Atul Bhai showing due respect to you that Bangladesh is not going to be Pakistan. That's for sure. That's a guarantee I can give you. But there is yes, a fringe out there. There are so many uncertain things, unexpected things happen over the last 1.5 years. That is also a concern for us as well. But I can, Nikhil, you can understand that Bangladesh is going through a difficult phase now, as the political turmoil situation has been happened, and now we are going to the poll. And after the poll, the political situation will come down eventually, because there will be a selected government, elected government, whom we can approach, and everything will be sorted out. If India and Bangladesh, if they are not enemy, there was no enmity between these two parties. But uncertainly, it is very much understandable. There is always some groups, or they have their own visions and own observation regarding this Hindu-Muslim thing. But from here, Bangladesh, I can give you there are some isolated incident happened that is nothing to do with the politics actually. It is for their own vendetta, and many things has happened, and some things has been exaggerated over the years, which has been projected wrongly about Bangladesh. But first thing first, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, I never thought they have that much courage to take the thing forward like this negatively, because I never thought that Bangladesh wouldn't send this kind of letter straight away. They might send it to the letter to the ICC to warm it up and to give India hints that they are not liking it. But once they have approached directly to ICC regarding they are just trying to omit themselves from playing India, and they want to play other venue rather than India. It is some kind of I should say very what should a VCS approach from BCB's part. But what happened, what we have seen, though Atul Bhai was raising that it was the security issue, but that security issue has been come to us as the political unrest happened between here in Bangladesh as well as in India as well. I just don't want to explain those things because it is happening
Okay.
all where in
Uh,
the world.
Okay, that's a very interesting point that Bershon makes. You know, he says that you can say that it's a security concern, but the security concern existed even prior to the decision taken by, the IPL and the BCCI of not having Mustafizur Rahman. I think it is a clear reaction to that, more so looking at the political situation in Bangladesh.